Welcome to the second edition of the Jamey Chadwell Show, presented by Hendrick Toyota. Kevin O'Rourke alongside the first-year head coach of the Bucs as CSU gets set to open a three-game road trip this Saturday at Campbell. But first, plenty to talk about from the home opener this past Saturday, a 23-15 win over Shorter, and just the second time in school history that Charleston Southern is 2-0. Certainly the way you want to start out.
Yeah, definitely. To be able to come back, we had a wonderful crowd, and to get off to a good start. Shorter played well, especially in the second half, and made it probably a little closer than we'd like. But to come out with victory and still making some mistakes as a young team, we thought we would, but be able to be 2-0 and moving forward, can't be more pleased.
You mentioned it after the game, finding a way to win. Second straight week late, your defense makes a couple big plays. What kind of confidence does that build when you win a couple of close games early in the season?
Well, I think the one thing that you don't know is adversity with a young team, and I think we've put ourselves in some of that early, and we've responded pretty well for the most part. So it gives you confidence going forward, that knowing that you've been in situations that the game could go either way, and we found a way to get it done. And that just gives our young guys more belief in what we're doing, and gives, I think, the coaches confidence knowing that we've been through that, weather a storm, and we'll find a way to get a victory.
Let's take a look at some first half highlights as CSU hosted Shorter in its 2013 home opener, a team the Bucs beat 23-20 last year. And you guys start out, fall behind 7-0 just like you did against Citadel. Shorter made a big play in the passing game over the middle.
They did, yeah. We get a pretty good kickoff, start off the game, and guys are excited. And Shorter had a good plan for us. Obviously, they had our video from the week before. This was their first game, so we really didn't have anything on them. And they had our Citadel video, and was able to scheme our guys up a little bit on defense. And I don't think we came out. I don't know if it was 11 o'clock start or just being at the first home game, not knowing what to expect. But we didn't come out with the same type of urgency and intensity we did the week before. And so there was a little letdown, and Shorter, to their credit, made some good plays and had a 50-something yard touchdown pass to get us behind.
See that right here is Eric Dodson, the quarterback, hits the slot back. Kirk Wilson over the middle. What happened on that play?
Our backside safety, his read is supposed to be when they go in motion is a front side slot for a vertical, and just didn't execute his play. And when you don't do it versus an offense like that, big plays happen.
You guys get the football back, and really this drive starts out kind of slow. You converted 3 straight third downs, though, and that really helped you on that drive.
It was huge. We struggled on first and second down, obviously, but we were able to find a way on the third downs to continue to move the ball and make some plays. Though the quarterback, Malcolm, made some good plays for us on a third down, especially there the first one when it was I think it's about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, and he had a nice little run to get the first down as you're looking at right here. And we found a way to move the chains. Shorter was doing a lot of different looks on defense, making some plays. And you see Malcolm right there stand in on a 3rd and long and take a shot, and made a good job of catching, made a good throw, and Dante making a good catch right there. But we were able to we were frustrated as coaches because we had some plays we had to execute, and we just misread them or did some things. But we were able to overcome on 3rd down and able to get a big pass play here coming up to Kevin Glears here soon on the video. Here's Malcolm. Malcolm had a great game rushing the football over 100 yards, and they made a decision, Shorter made a decision that they wanted the quarterback to run, and Malcolm took advantage of that really well. You can see him here step up in the pocket. We get a great pocket from offensive line. I think Kevin made a great catch right there, did a little pose, thought he was going to give us a penalty. Did a little statue freeze there, but Kevin's just catching touchdowns. Kevin's playing really well right now.
The Goose Creek swag is what John Tavis called it on the broadcast. He's really made a lot of big plays for you guys here early in the season.
He has. Now, our defense settled down, started figuring out what they're trying to do to us, started playing their keys and executing better, and we really started shutting them down and forcing them to do some things that they didn't want to do.
You got some really good penetration here in the first half, ended up getting a safety, which we'll see later. What was the key to that?
I think our guys just started focusing more on what coaches were telling them to do. I think there early we were maybe too hyped to be in the first game, and guys just trying to do too much. And we really started playing more sound football, what we're used to, and started doing some things that they've been obviously coaching. But there was a big stop right there on 4th down, and then we get a chance to go back, and Christian Reyes, he's done this a lot for us the first 2 games. Offensive line opened up a great hole for us and running the ball well.
7-play drive, 4 of those Christian Reyes rushes, and he can kind of beat on people with his power.
He can. He's not the most fast guy on the team, but he just has a great knack for running. Real shifty, does a good job with what we're asking him to do in the scheme. And when you can pound him up in there and do some things, it helps out. Here's a scramble, have a chance at another touchdown to Kevin. I think Malcolm missed him on this one, but Malcolm, to his credit, is able to scramble, get us into a nice position. And then Christian, right before the end of the first quarter, we run a little trap play, and he breaks it for three for about 20-something yards for a touchdown. Glad to see him get in the end zone. You know, every time we get down there, we give it to Zach and let Zach score. So Christian really wanted a touchdown, and it was good to see it.
23-yard run for Reyes. His first touchdown as a Buck, almost 2,000 yards rushing last year at the College of Siskiyous, and he's going to be a pretty good one for you. You guys able to stop shorter here, as we're going to see?
Yeah, they obviously our defense does a good job of holding them, putting them in a situation where they have to punt. We get the ball back, and disappointed for us because we had really good field position on their side of the field there for 2 straight drives, and we had a penalty that was huge and had another mistake, but we're able to pin them down here right on the 1. Trip Burns does a great job of pinning them back. And the very first play after that, we call a slant on our defense, and they miss our backside tackle, and we get them for a safety. Referees took about 20 minutes to make the decision. They were a little bit indecisive all day. But great job of getting the safety, putting us in a situation to go up 16-7, get the ball back. Now we start a drive. We get good yardage on first down, get a penalty on them, get the ball up moving more, and then Malcolm goes to work running the football. As you can see, he had about 30 yards on these 2 carries alone, getting us back in the chance to get us down here, back in the red zone, and trying to finish these drives. Big play right here on third down, we convert, and Dante Sumner does a great job. They called him down, obviously. He never went down. It was a great individual effort. I wish they'd have let him keep going to get a touchdown, but that gave us a big first down, and then we're able to run a little play-action pass right after it. Kevin and Malcolm hook up again we've been working that for 2 weeks and just not had a chance to call it, and this gave us a situation to do it, and it's good to see it happen. Route had to change a little bit based off the look they gave us, and Malcolm and Kevin are on the same page, which is what you want to see offensive-wise. So good, getting up 23-7, feeling good about what we're doing right now.
4 catches through the season's first 2 games for Kevin Glears, 3 of those touchdowns, and you and Gabe talked about his play in camp, and he's really stepped up for in a big way these first 2 games.
He has. Kevin, I've told everybody that's asked, he had just really the best camp of anybody we had, most consistent, came to practice or work every day, and you never hear Kevin doesn't say boo. And to see him, the hard work he's put in, and see him have some success here early, that is a credit to him and Coach Corn for putting him in positions to be successful.
Of course, the other part of that equation is your quarterback, Malcolm Dixon, sets a career high in rushing in the first half alone with 102 yards, finishes the game hanging on 9 of 13 passes. Through the first 2 weeks, he's got 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Really doing a good job handling the offense.
He is. Coach Tucker's done a great job with him of putting him in positions to be successful. And the thing that we've talked about as a staff has been no turnovers. He's done a great job handling the ball, especially for things that we're doing. And if we don't turn the ball over, Malcolm's good enough to help us be successful, and he's done a great job of that. As long as he continues to do that, we'll have a chance to continue winning some football games.
So CSU, led by Malcolm Dixon and Kevin Glears and Christian Reyes as well, goes into halftime up 23-7. We'll take a look at the second half highlights after this. You're watching the Jamey Chadwell Show, sponsored by Hendrick Toyota.